Hi everyone, this is Kate O'Connor reporting for AVweb from AirVenture 2023. I'm here at Tecnam to take a look at the P-Mentor, a two-seat EASA CS-23 certified trainer that they're in the process of bringing to the US. Here's David Copeland with more.
Well, hi there. This is Dave Copeland with Tecnam US. I'm so proud to be here, and I'll plug myself. This is my 49th Oshkosh, so I get re-energized every year about coming to talk about great airplanes like our P-Mentor that we're going to talk about here in a minute. Tecnam is one of the only general aviation companies and OEMs that's committed to the general aviation market in the respect of training aircraft and bringing more people into aviation, right? We believe in tomorrow, not legacy, and today. We believe that the pilots of today and tomorrow deserve better. A lot of the aircraft that they're training in our marketplace come from certification and ideas and design from 1940s and the 50s and the 60s, and we believe that the training market and the personal market deserves better. And so that's what this aircraft, the P-Mentor, that was the thought behind the aircraft, and it's the realization of the aircraft as well. This aircraft is very special in the fact that this is the first two-seat trainer to be certified under IFR conditions from, you can get your student pilot's license all the way through to your instrument and commercial license in one platform, okay? And that's the first time since a 152 from another manufacturer. So that's decades of engineering thought and innovation, and to fill a marketplace that we feel has been empty for so many years. So that's why I say it's not a legacy thing, it's a today thing with Tecnam. So we brought this aircraft, engineered it, and designed it after all of our 75 years of thinking about what does a student want, and how should the aircraft fly, and how should it react, and what's the future, and what should the avionics look like, and what should the flying characteristics be, and how should it stall. What are those things that a student would look for, as well as the instructor, because a mentor is a person that mentors people, and that's really what's behind the name of mentoring students and mentoring future pilots, right? And that's what the base of this aircraft is, although it's going to be, and they will find out, it's a great personal airplane too, because there's nothing in this category and class that really is in that category and class. When people say, well, so what does it compete with? It doesn't. It's its own marketplace, and we're creating a whole new market for a niche that hasn't been filled since those days. Starting with the aircraft back at Aero Friedrichshafen last year in April, when we announced the airplane and the certification, it's a flood of people and interest to see what we've done as a company as what's next, right? So we brought this aircraft up to show the people what's really next in aviation. And as we have done that, we announced over 40 orders just yesterday. So I mean, the flood of people coming to see the airplane, learning about the airplane, and seeing where it fits within their flight school, or their thoughts of a business plan, or their personal. I mean, a lot of people are going to buy this just to fly because it's a certified airplane, it's IFR capable, it's comfortable, it's economical, efficient, and safe. All those in one. So we're under Part 23 CS-23, and that's the certification that we're going for. We're also in 15 different countries already certified. You might know that because we're based in Italy, we first call under the EASA certification, and then there's the bilateral agreement that it fits with the EASA regulations and certifications for this aircraft. So as we go into the Part 23 CS-23 certification for this airplane, those things and performance numbers and all things carry over. So first of all, it's certified in Europe, and then we bring them over to the US, reassemble the wings, and then deliver them to the public. So with that, with the performance numbers, of course, we want to get the best stall characteristics, which in the low 30s and 40s is what our numbers are. We want to get the best fuel consumption, which is between 4 and 6 gallons per hour, depending on what your flight characteristic is. And then we want to pair it with an engine like our Rotax fuel-injected engine now. And we want to have it rugged reliability in our landing gear that we've proven for the last 75 years, like with our P92, our 2008. Those aircraft have kind of proven that marketplace in flight schools and training environments around the world. So we know that a student pilot might not have the same kind of landing characteristic as somebody that has a few hours under their belt, right? Or vice versa. So that, and the fact that we're around 110 knots around that is a really comfortable training performance altitude. We also make the aircraft in a performance standpoint. We back off and say, so when you're entering the family of Tecnam, what aircraft might you fly? What are the flight numbers and what are the aerodynamic characteristics of those aircraft? And we incorporated that into this airplane. So the transition, we think you should not be learning a new airplane, you should be learning mentoring things to make you a better pilot. So there's two parts. When you step into the P-Mentor, you're going to easily transition into one of our twins, possibly, the P2006. So another thing that we've incorporated into the airplane as far as performance and transition I like to talk about is a gear switch, okay? Even though the gear is fixed, a lot of people have come up to the show and say, there's a gear handle in there. What we do is in the transition training to more higher performance airplane, we want that GUMPS, we want that gear, undercarriage, all those things to be part of your checklist, right? So that's part of the checklist and on the dash. We also have a 3-axis autopilot system. We have the G3X touchscreen flight suite, which is awesome. We have a standby from Garmin as well, the 275 that's just entered to this airplane. So we've got all of those things not only for basic training, but for also advanced training. So again, taking a student pilot that's never really sat in an airplane, get their student pilot's license all the way through commercial instrument in one single platform. So we think that's really, really important for consistency. And again, behind the mentoring, why it's called the mentor. You know, talking about P-Mentor and as how we came up with the name and where the P comes from is the Pascale family. Okay, 75 years of tradition and legacy as far as innovation, engineering, efficiencies, all that. We also look to the future through the eyes of who's going to be flying this airplane in the next decades, right? And that also revolves our environment. We think that's very, very important. This is the most efficient single engine trainer that will enter the market in the US in CO2 emissions. So as we see all that about 100 low lead and we see it about MoGas, we think that the environment should be protected as well. So the environment and who watches that as well as we should protect our environment, Tecnam is very committed to that. So through our innovations, not only with the airframe and aerodynamics, but with our partnership with Rotax and our other manufacturers, we look at that as one of the first performance parameters that we have to meet is being kind to the environment. And also innovations as far as the environment that you're sitting in, right? Comfortable environment, a wide cabin, very, very focused. Everything is in its place on the instrument panel. We have the best avionics that fits what today and tomorrow's pilots. We have a semi-FADEC system to where your power and your prop are connected to another system to regulate the best efficiency. So those things with innovation that we brought and continue to bring to these products, not only this, but all the products we have on display and are being built in Italy, are part of that whole picture of more of a holistic view of aviation, a holistic view of the future of aviation, and where we fit in today. These airplanes are going out the door about 360. Yeah, it's a good number for them. And that's in the domestic marketplace in today's pricing. And that's an equipped airplane.